What's up guys, it's Trevor with Embers Living. Today I'm testing out a brand new fire pit. This is the Howl campfire. Now here's the thing with fire pits. A lot of times the problem we have with fire pits is they are either really ugly and perform well, or they're really, really pretty and do almost nothing. So this thing is very like utilitarian looking, but I'm hoping once we fire it, we get that traditional fire pit feel. Now, what's really nice about it is one, it's very portable and it's fairly lightweight. So you can move it around. It's really designed to go with you camping, on the run, that type of thing. It's not really like a permanent like backyard type furniture piece of fire pit. This is the type of fire pit that you take camping or wherever you're going. You can use it on burn days, things like that. And it's really gonna like be more functional than anything, while also creating some good ambiance in a nice fire pit setting. Like I said, it doesn't have burn restrictions like a wood fire pit would. But I'm really curious because there's just not a lot of mobile solutions that actually heat well. So I'm curious to fire this up. Don't forget guys, if you're in the Denver, Colorado area, come to our showroom today where you can check out all things fire. Fire pits, barbecues, patio heaters, fireplaces, wood stoves, anything that has to do with fire, it's here. Denver's premier Colorado showroom. Also, don't forget, we sell everything nationwide. Give us first stab at the business if you appreciate what you're learning in these videos. So it is like a little bit bigger than your typical like camper type heater. I'm typically here in our showroom, we're used to more like furniture pieces, like fire pit pieces that are the focal point of like a permanent patio. This is obviously much smaller than that, but like bigger than something on the go. Now, most of our furniture pieces, the problem with those is they really don't heat at all. They're really more aesthetic compared to like some of our luxury burners. Whereas this guy is really designed to heat. These almost look like a couple of mufflers coming out here. Now, before we fire this up, it basically has two burners. So we have one burner coming out of these pipes here, and then one more burner on the top that's gonna give you more of that traditional fire pit look. And you can run both at the same time or one or the other. But we're gonna test like just how much heat you can get, radiant heat from it, and how close you stand to it. Because sometimes with a fire pit, you could be like this close and not feel anything. If it does that, I'm gonna be annoyed because it's more expensive than like your typical fire pit. So hopefully this thing really cranks. It is bigger than some portable fire pits. It does have a handle here on the side. And I don't know the exact weight of it, but I can handle it just fine. Of course, I'm crazy strong, so maybe most people will have a hard time with it. Probably you're barely gonna be able to pick it up. It's easy for me, but for you guys at home. Our burners are both right here. You do have to match light it. I think there's nothing left to do but give it a shot. What do you guys think? Should fire this baby up? Let's start with the top burner. We're gonna light that first. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so I'm starting to understand the design a little bit here. So what they say is they're imitating the infrared frequency of like a hot fire, like charcoal. So charcoal is where you get actual infrared heat from. And if you're not familiar with infrared heat, but infrared heat is actually heating objects versus like just heating space. And when you feel infrared heat, that's almost like feels like rays of sunshine. It's like radiant heat that you feel. That's basically what this is creating. It's almost like a mini, like some of our patio heaters. So you can see this gas tube is heating up and they have like those reflectors on both sides of that. See those reflectors? And then that's creating the infrared heat. So like what is projecting the heat outwards like this way? And that's what that is. And you can feel it. So infrared heat is cool too because it's not affected by the wind as much and it just feels like little warm rays of sunshine. And so far it feels like there's a blower in there almost, but there's not. But it's like circulating air. All right, we got it set up in the shade so you can see the flames better. Also, I wanted to get it on the ground just to put it in a real life setting because I'm actually getting kind of cold in here in the shade. So I'm gonna grab a chair and just see how comfortable I can get. All right, so I'm noticing what I've been sitting here like 3 or 4 minutes. It's weird because of these radiant pipes. It's like I feel it lower, like my shins are really warm, but I still feel it like up here in my legs. But I'm also like getting a lot of heat down here, which is kind of cool. We'll see if it picks up in a few more minutes. Remember when I said it's not wind dependent? That was a lie. You can tell the breeze is blowing this way and it's not really heat from that, but it's significantly warmer sitting on this side of it. So something to keep in mind is if you're in a breezy, it's not even breezy today, but wind will definitely affect it, which I guess is true of any fireplace, even a wood burning fire pit. So of course, another thing with this being smokeless, I'm standing or sitting right where the wind is blowing, because I did say that this thing is a little bit wind dependent. Like, it's definitely hotter where it's blowing towards me. The problem with a real wood fire, if you were sitting right here, you're just getting obliterated with smoke. And then, you know, you're going to come back smelling like smoke. You got to wash your clothes. Like, I don't even let my wife sit around a fire pit because she's got a mane of hair like Mufasa, and like, she's going to smell like smoke for like 2 weeks, even if she takes a shower. It's just, there's no getting that smoke smell out of her hair. With this, you don't have any of that. And you can sit right in literally the line of fire, no pun intended. You can sit right here and absorb all the heat from it, because it's literally just pushing right on my shins, and it's smokeless, which is awesome. So being in the industry for like 15 years, I have worked with and own fire pits that heat as good as this. However, they're all very permanent structures, very permanent, you know, fire pits. I haven't sat around anything that's this hot and this portable. It's like the perfect combination of portability. So this is not something like for a permanent backyard. I don't really see it. However, if you're looking for something on the go, like on the go heat, this is going to be what you're going to want. So it's awesome. So it's definitely like heating up like my legs way more than any other fire pit would, because normally everything's just kind of rolling upwards. This is like projecting like straight out. Like, my shins are really hot, which I think is a good thing. Of course, you want your core warm, but if it's all just going straight up and you kind of hover over it, you don't have to do that. Like, I'm probably 2 feet away. I noticed, like, even scooting back a little bit, you start to lose it pretty quick. But you're still getting a lot of radiant heat on your legs. But it's definitely an enhancement of heat compared to, especially like the smaller, more affordable portable items. This is doing a much better job. Of course, it's more expensive, so you're kind of paying for that. But I think the biggest thing is there's really nothing out there that can heat like this without burn restrictions. So it's basically simulating a wood fire pit, because that's exactly what it feels like. I feel like I'm sitting in front of a wood fire, except it's even projecting like horizontally, even more than a wood fire would. There's nothing that's going to give you this kind of heat that's not going to have burn restrictions, especially here in Colorado, how dry it is. This doesn't have any burn restrictions, so you can burn this any place, anytime. So burn restrictions are not going to apply to this, so you can still have the enjoyment of a fire even with burn restrictions. But on top of that, of course, you're going to get all the heat. Of course, it's smokeless, and it's going to heat like a real wood fire. And I think, you know, with that top burner, I kind of think that's pretty smart that they put that in, because then you have a nice ambiance. Like, it's still traditional enough to where it's going to feel like a traditional warm, cozy fireplace or fire pit. But of course, you get the heat that's coming out of those pipes on the side there. So it's sort of the best of both worlds. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, or if you personally have used this before, or if you want to purchase them. Of course, they're here at Embers. We'll see you guys next time.